But then, of course, it's little tricks and tips and things because, again, and this is one example I can give you. I don't know, you may have to put your glasses on, some of you back there, but this is, for example, something I do with my 6th graders. And, you know, the strategy of any word that ends with sion, for example, takes an accent. It's just a strategy. By 8th grade, by the end of 7th grade, I expect them to understand that it's una palabra aguda que termina con N. So the rules come later, but it's just little strategies. Like, for example, el without the accent means the, el with the accent means he or him, right? And what I tell them is that a person? Yes, well, then put his little head on. It means your classroom. Du is a person. Put his head on. Me, my, me. You know, put the accent. I always get some joke in there. It's got to be a bigger accent than it's your head. You know, and then C means if, and then C, this means yes. What part of your body do you say yes with? Con la cabecita, exactly. Se is a reflexive, and then a se with the accent means you know it, and if you know it, where do you know it? Cabecita, exactly. Te, you know, is a reflexive also. And then you have te, the kind you drink. If you drink it, where does it pass through first? So those are like little strategies I give my 6th graders just to start getting it. Works great, man. But of course, by the time they get to be 7th and 8th graders, I expect them to understand that it's because of personal pronouns that it's taking the accent. But again, it's just building on a foundation and laying foundations. Just like in 6th grade, they come in, you know, with the run-on sentence, E. So that's something that I always have to address. And it takes time. It honestly takes time in 6th grade. But really, by the time I've worked on it and developed it, and they see it for themselves and they understand why it's a mistake, they can correct it and they know why it was a mistake. By the time I get to 7th and 8th grade, I can do a lot more with them. And again, it's knowing where I want to end up with them and that I have 3 years to do it. So really, for me, I have an unfair advantage in that effect, but I understand that. But again, I think it really goes back to standards-based instruction, that you have a good understanding of research-based theory and strategies, and that you really understand the needs of your students. Thank you.
Hi, I'm not an immersion teacher, but I teach Japanese for the heritage speakers at UCLA, and I have seen so many successful students who became a bilingual. So, and you may be surprised, but there is so limited number of the full bilingual Japanese and English in this country. So, and I have a privilege of seeing those students for long years. So, and today, I was asked to talk about the use of technology for the immersion students. So, and I was pretty amazed this audience, and without any visual cues, and you are listening and learning, and it's not as my students at UCLA. So if I don't use this kind of the stuff, and they started texting or eating, or, you know, it's like all daydreaming, what they're doing, yeah, in the back. So, and I have to use something to keep entertaining their college students, and nowadays and younger students and the kindergarten or first graders, they are exposed to the technology. It's so many multimedia. So that's why, like, I suggest the immersion teachers to use the technology in their language learning. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, so I have been interested in the environment print. So when I studied, I did a dissertation with the Japanese bilingual program in San Francisco. And students are always complaining, and they don't want to learn Japanese writing systems. So as you know, like Japanese has like hiragana, katakana, and roughly 2,000 kanjis. So and the characters, and they hate it. So I don't want to do it. So and why do we have to study all it's letters and the characters, and so then I talked with the Japanese students living in Japan, and they said, oh yes, that was hard, but we already mastered, and they have no problem. So then one of my academic advisor, Dr. Maria Brisk, so suggested it is maybe the environmental print. So because the immersion, two-way bilingual program students had no access to the Japanese characters in their daily life. That's why that played a significant difference between students learning the characters in Japan and students living in the United States. So, and I will show you a couple of pictures. So, and maybe I will do that. Sure. Okay, so as you may know, like you have like lots of the logo and the street signs, and the children are learning, develop the literacy through those kind of the print.
Let me see this. I'm not sure if this is, you know.
I think I'm going to have to.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, and the next one, that it is very true. It's a very limited, like Japanese science, this is in the San Francisco. So, and just press, yeah, okay. So, all right, that is a very small sign. It's like a Japanese characters in the Japantown in San Francisco. So that even in Los Angeles, and the 67,000 Japanese people are living in the county. Press, thank you. So, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Like very limited, outdated signs you can see in Los Angeles. Can you press yeah, okay, yeah. And
Sorry.
okay, yeah, let's do one more. Yeah, okay, yeah. And actually, I found this sign and I was very excited because that is my name, and my name is on the roof. I don't know why. Someone puts the signs. Okay, anyway, but it's so limited. So, and then like I did the research and the difference of the kanji. It's like a Chinese character mastery. So students in the Los Angeles and the students in Japan, it's both are the English native speakers, and one in studying the Japanese as a foreign language in Los Angeles, and international students living in Japan. So there is no significant difference. So although there are significant difference in the environmental print in their life. So
I'm going to try it. Let's see if it works.
No.
It's not working. We wanted to try it.
okay. So and the students started the thing because like I can see those signs, and that's why. So and I will show these pictures. Look, so you don't see hiragana in Japan, and if you arrive in the Narita airport, where is the hiragana? You can see. So and like so and here is a train. You don't have to read hiragana, right? So because of like English or Romaji. So
We should have it working now.
okay. Yeah, so it's a Tokyo station and Chinese characters, a hiragana, but still, so if you can read the Romanized characters, and that you can survive. So see, it's like a road sign in Japanese. It's a very limited hiragana, or so it's an old English sign, like this. So then I will show this. Okay, so maybe like a sushi restaurant, and you are impressed if you can read hiragana. But then, okay, so anyway, I will show the manga as a comics for the high school kids. So and see, when you want to read manga as a comics in the States or in Japan or all over the world, you have to learn Japanese and hiragana and sight words. Okay, so and then I will use wiki for the resources, and just like telling how to what is onigiri, or what is something. So and I just showed so many images. So it's not very hard because you can find those from the internet nowadays. So and also I use films and dramas, and so because there is an authentic input. So, but maybe like your teachers and K-12 teachers are too busy to so look for these images and resources. So I will ask the students to make it.